welcome back.
Welcome back to the second half of our holiday 2-part series.
Holiday extravaganza.
I am Emperor Bobby Lee.
Error for short.
Error. We got George. We got Gil. We got Khalyla, and I have a confession to make.
Yeah.
My confession is that I haven't played Destiny in about a week.
Okay.
And I'm done.
Officially.
I think I'm done. I've been playing Skyrim.
Great game.
Again, and I played it years ago, and they re-released it on Xbox One, and I'm having fun with it. And I'm just done. I feel nauseous when I even think about Destiny, and I'm done. Just to let you guys know, and it's growth for me as a person, and also it's the New Year's coming, right? New Year. We have resolutions.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have resolutions?
For each other or for ourselves? Okay, Okay, go ahead.
I'm sorry for interrupting, babe, but there's one problem that I have that I've been doing it since I was a baby, is I lie a lot. And I can't stop.
You think they're black or white lies?
What's the difference?
White lies are little things that don't affect the overall outcome of someone's they're not damning lies. They're not going to ruin anyone's life.
Then they're gray.
They're gray.
My lies are sometimes gray.
They're mixed.
No, they're probably white. It's like hey, make up a movie and say, did you see it to me?
Hey, did you see the Charlie's Water?
Yeah, man. Woo.
Hey, dude.
Like, why would I lie about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the stuff that I do. Did you check out that new album by Kentucky Ranch?
Oh, so good.
Yeah. Real good. Like, we're both lying.
Those are pretty white.
Two guys lying.
Yeah, two guys lying just for no reason, right? I made up a band. He said that he liked it. Never heard of it before, right? So it's those kind of lies that I need. Why do I do that? And also, like, stories. Like, some of my stories, there's exaggerations in it.
That's everyone.
And lies, embellishments, right? To make it more exciting, you know? So I don't know if that's something that I can change about myself.
I think the best storytellers are people that embellish.
Yeah. And also, it's like, I don't want to name drop, but
Do it.
Rogan told me.
Ooh.
Joe Rogan of the UFC.
Rogan told me once, life is a movie. Just look at it like you're in a movie, right? And I like lying in my movie. I do.
This movie is Westworld. It's all lies.
It's all lies, you know?
It's so weird because when he gets confronted about a lie, he continues to lie even if there's hard evidence. It's one of those things, well, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you... And it's like, no, you literally texted this girl that you want to raw dog her. Like, it's right in front of my face.
What do you mean raw dogger?
Like no condom.
What do you mean?
Like in the beginning of a relationship, you would lie.
Like what? Raw dog. Tell me,
much.
explain that.
And he would feel guilty. Like, I remember one time he's like, I haven't been to a strip club in so long. And I'm like, no, you can go if you want. Like, that doesn't really threaten me. So he went to Texas with an opener, and he obviously went to a strip club. And I know that he lied about it because the next day he changed his status on Facebook to in a relationship. And in my head, I'm like, oh, he for sure has guilt in his heart. There's only one reason why he would feel so inclined to change
That's not
his...
true.
Anything good is just a
It's crazy.
example.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why, George. The best I ever got treated by a man was a weekend after he cheated on me. And all of a sudden, he wanted to get me a motorcycle. All of a sudden, he wanted to get me a timeshare. And that's when I became suspicious. And I thought to myself, what is this overcome?
Motorcycle to you, babe.
But you...
That would never do
Never
that.
happen.
That's weird.
It's weird.
Yeah, like we went to the Harley store, you know, and it was like, it made me suspicious. Not because I don't think that, you know, you can't do nice things for your partner, but it was too much. It was almost as if like, you can tell when someone's trying to cover up something and they're trying to overcompensate. And so I sure enough, he had cheated on me. So I become very suspicious when people just go off script of their usual, and all of a sudden they're being so kind. The relationship isn't getting better. He just might have done something.
I've never cheated on you. Okay?
I'm not saying that you did.
I never did.
Why is your nose so deep in the?
But in the beginning of our relationship,
stuff, it made me
we're
wanna
talking about
bury my
life.
face into the microphone like this. I mean,
You
never
know
cheated
why?
on
Because he doesn't want his nose to grow like Pinocchio.
Oh, that's clever.
Disney reference.
Yeah. I've never cheated on you. I would never cheat on you.
No, I'm
Okay.
not. We're over that. Like
Yeah,
we're so fucking far beyond that. I'm just talking about.
I don't even now follow girls on Instagram that are hot because she'll know.
And I've never told you not to.
I know,
follow
but
them.
still, there's like, why'd you follow so and so?
I never said that. I never said that. It was only one time after a trip from Toronto where you told me that the club manager had a girl for you that weekend that was assigned to you, and then you started following that girl. So in my head, I'm like, did he have sex with this girl? Because she's a very pretty girl. So I'm like, oh, it didn't make me feel good inside.
Dallin Doran.
No, that's not what it is.
It was in
No.
Edmonton.
No.
The girl that works at the club?
Nope.
All right.
Different story.
But I got in trouble for that too.
Because you went to a mall and took photographs that's our thing. You took photographs with a pretty girl that I've never met before and posted it on your Instagram as if like I don't know. You guys are like gallivanting around town together, taking a ton of photos, and we were just 3 months together, and I'm like, whoa, I feel like chopped liver. Like he hasn't called me all day. He's been posting pictures of another woman.
Look at Bobby.
It doesn't make any. I'm sorry, guys. Like,
Putting his down.
it doesn't make anybody
You're
feel
right.
good.
You're right.
And so obviously, like, I think I'm a reasonable person, and I didn't attack you for it. I just said, hey, that's I'm not accusing you of anything, but that shit doesn't feel good.
You're right.
And that's all. That was the end of the discussion. And also the end of the discussion was, why did you text this girl that you wanted to raw dog her? We're in a relationship, and you said, I don't know what you're talking about.
Which is jaw.
So yeah, you do have a lying part about you, but I think that
It's more deceiving than lying, but it's fine.
You know what? Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have a lot of questions. Do we want to break? We have unhelpful.
let's talk
Any
about something
questions?
happier. That didn't make me feel good.
Baby, this podcast goes in rhythms and levels.
Yeah.
Okay.
But to be
so that was a
clear-
dark thing, and
Yeah.
now we're gonna go light.
Okay, to be clear, we don't have those issues anymore.
We don't have any.
I think that
we're two peas in a pod.
we are.
Two pieces of pod.
No, we are really. We're in a symbiotic, relationship that's real and honest in that way, and we have our problems. I mean, she
We do.
says things that bother her, and I address them at the best I can, and I have issues too. But we work through them, and we're trying the best we can. I'm
Yeah.
45. I love Khalyla so much. Another thing is this is the longest relationship I've ever been in. So it's just new ground and a new frontier I'm on. But at the end of the day, when you watch shows like 600 Pound Life, you need people, you need
Yeah.
family, and you need people, and I need her.
And I have to say, our third year together was probably the easiest year.
Nice.
Yeah.
When our first 6 to 8 months was very rough and very uncertain, and we didn't know a lot about each other. We were testing each other's boundaries often. But I gotta say, this past year has been smooth sailing. Since we started this podcast, believe it or not, we've just about had no problems. I think we air out. This is a good therapeutic space for us to kind of hash it out.
Also, there was a couple of podcasts in the beginning where you weren't even involved.
I didn't
think,
really
and
you yet.
You didn't even know me that yet, and then
You would have to play our Dr. Phil. You were our Dr. Phil.
Yeah, I mean, there was one that we didn't even air because you were so upset.
There was
Yeah.
a handful.
Yeah.
Khalyla walked out. We turned off the podcast. I didn't know Bobby yet. He came up to me like, "What do I do, man?" And I started to say something to him. I was like, Bobby Lee at Mad TV, you should shut the fuck up. And Bobby stormed out. I was like, why am I doing this job?
Yeah.
And you were just left in the room by
I was
yourself.
by myself waiting an hour until they got ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The good old days.
When I get to that point, I usually just
You
leave
shut off.
and
You
I
shut off,
decompress. Now I just don't want to keep talking about it. I'm like, I know that I'm gonna say some dumb shit because I'm impulsive, so I just exit and then re-enter when I'm ready, and usually I'm over it.
But I also have to say about this podcast, there is a it's helped me in so many different ways in terms of my status in comedy.
And
Yeah, at clubs even, like people talk about it now. And it's all because of the people. I love, I mean, I've said this before. It's been amazing in that way. But, and Khalyla did this, really. Khalyla, this was her idea. I didn't want anything to do with it, really. But I wanted to help her because she wanted to have a podcast. And then we developed this. And it's been extremely positive and fun. And now, we've got some people that want to do the show as guests. Higher level people, and it's great. Another New Year's resolution I want to talk about is, and this is real, there's no real comedy, is I want to be able to understand, and I know you said no politics, but I want to be able to like have a relationship with my friends that voted for Trump. There's one in particular, I'm not going to name his name, he's a very big comic. I respect him. I love him. I know that he voted for Trump. And I was talking to him last night, and the first minute, there was a weirdness. There really was. I was just trying to, in my head, don't bring it up.
Yeah.
Don't go, what the fuck, dude, And then after talking to him for a couple of minutes, I forgot about it. It was back to, same old thing of like talking, And, but I need to figure out a way to accept that Trump is my president for the next 4 years.
Can I just talk a little bit politics, because I think we do have Trump voters listening to the show.
I also need to talk politics after you.
So yeah, the basic.
I don't.
No, it's the worst part. I hate it, but that's because it's divisive. But I think like it all depends. We're in a post-truth era. If you look at one type of news station, you're going to get one view of things, and if you get to look at another news station, it's a completely different world. I'm defending our fans, so now we can move on quickly. Then we'll get back into it when we.
I wish you wouldn't have said that.
No, it's not a debate, sweetie.
What
George is saying is absolutely true.
I don't know. I don't believe that is fully true what you're saying, but I'm not going to debate you on it.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's that.
Okay, can we get to my portion
Go
of it?
ahead.
Because I think part of being an adult is allowing yourself to change your mind and to criticize your previous thoughts. I want to express regret about being so diehard in defense of President Duterte of the Philippines. I think that, because I know that we have like Filipinos that listen to this, I think that initially the excitement of having somebody that was so anti the usual government of what we used to have made me feel like, oh, he's going to make a change. But I think that right now, my true feeling is that I'm very confused about where I stand with this guy. I'm very confused about how he's waging this war on drugs, and 6,000 people are dead, and a couple 6-year-olds die in their sleep because of vigilante, people just, killing in the name of supposedly cleansing the Philippines, right? And I think that a lot of Filipinos share my sentiment in feeling confused about initially being excited about a guy who we thought was going to instill some type of change, and then seeing him turn into this very bipolar demagogue. And I want to say that I'm hopeful, but I do express regret about coming into his defense so strongly and so blindly, because I think that the only way to grow is to be able to criticize even the person you support. And that's all I have to say about that.
Also, Trump, ideologically, what he represents isn't something that I support. But at the end of the day, he's still not, although he's in cahoots with Vladimir Putin, who like just can kill a civilian. Like Trump's not going to kill a civilian or make an order to poison somebody, a journalist or something, right? So in that way, I'm blessed I'm in America, and that I know that that's not going to happen. Do I think that he needs to appoint people that are that believe in global warming? Yeah, but his whole cabinet are environmental naysayers, right? Yeah. And that's bad for planet Earth. But at the end of the day, the people have spoken. I just have to accept that we lost. I don't agree with any of his politics. I think that he doesn't speak for minorities or gays or the people that I,
This isn't fun anymore.
No, that's it. That's it. No, that's it. That's all of it. That's it. That's it. All right, that's it. But anyone listening right now that's a Trump supporter, my heart is open to you, and I know that you have your reasons, and let's try to find a place where we can exist.
It's
together.
also very wrong to wish that this guy fails. I hope he doesn't fail. I hope it's not a disaster, because we still have to live in this country. There are a lot of people who are so adamant about him failing because they want their point proven. I don't want to be proven right. I want to be proven wrong. And I think that, people always want to win their side of the discussion. Like, there isn't enough people who are rational enough to be like, you know what, it's okay to criticize. And more importantly, it's okay to change your mind. We're adults. That's not a bad thing, to change your sentiment, to change your mind about something as you see it progress. So yeah, maybe right now we're not pro-Trump, but down the road, a year from now, if he does change, it's okay to say, hey, you know what, he's not doing a bad job.
I mean,
we don't have to win.
yeah, I know, but
Happy holidays. Merry Christmas.
No. I have one more thing. I have one more thing. Okay. The thing that upsets me the most, and this is the last thing I want to say about it, and we'll move on. I swear to fucking God, is that, his whole slogan was "Drain the swamp," right? And he hires the head of ExxonMobil to be his Secretary of State, right? Rex Tiller. That's not draining the swamp. He's basically
building a swamp.
He's basically perpetuating capitalism, and he wants him and his billionaire buddies, right, to make money. And all these people that think that he's gonna change their lives by doing something to change the economy in any kind of way. What?
Why I don't like politics is we're just repeating what we saw on MS. People could go to MSNBC if they wanted to hear this. CNN, New York Times. Everything is super anti-Trump. It's like if you only watch one thing, you're never going to see any positive in this guy. I mean, not saying that I've tried to get out of politics.
No.
Happy holidays.
I work so hard to be not informed because I want to be happy. I think the news just makes you sad by repeating awful things. That's the easiest thing to click on is a bad news story. It's like anything negative, anything you agree with. You never look at anything you don't agree with.
It's also a social responsibility to be informed, George, especially if you're a minority. Yeah, because you are a very you're from a wealthy white family,
if
George.
Somebody listen, listen to me right now. If somebody's campaigning on the fact that he's going to build a wall, right, ban Muslims, all right, deport Mexicans, and he doesn't do any of that, and his intentions were never to do any of that, it's called lying. That's all. He's a fucking liar.
So it's
happy,
damn it,
Merry
you lure me in every time. I hate.
Give me the question.
You're easily lured, George.
Oh, I know.
Since this is our special holiday episode, we have all sorts of questions.
That shit makes me anxious as fuck when we talk about stuff like that.
There's a good thing.
It's real, dude. It's what's happening in the world.
Yeah, but it's like this is our New Year. So before we get started on the questions,
I have one more
something
thing
positive.
too.
No, we're not going to talk about any of that.
I'm not going to talk about politics
because that shit is tiring.
But I'm going to do this. Can we? And this is not comedy. Again. We really seriously have to pray for people in Aleppo.
I agree.
Kids dying, being slaughtered. It's a fucking genocide.
Yeah.
And no one's helping them. Imagine being
100
kids in a basement, right? And they're about to die, and they're scared, and they haven't eaten, and no one's there to help them. Especially America is a really fucked up situation. And I don't,
Look, getting on my knees and praying to God
is going to help.
Not
Jesus
going to
is
help.
real. Ask George.
Mobilizing is the only way to help. Give money to whatever organization is actually on the ground there. That's it. Before we get started on the questions, I want to ask everybody favorite part of the year, favorite memory of the year, and worst memory of the year. Favorite part of the year and
I don't
Least
really
favorite.
because everything's gonna be like just revolved around my career, and I can't do it.
Just try and remember.
I already know what it is.
For the best part or the
No, yeah, your favorite part of something that happened in your life, like a positive and then a negative. Negative first and then a positive. We'll start with the negative so we end good.
negative? Oh, never mind.
Yeah, you can start, George.
You don't know negative?
Oh, I was going to go with positive, but it's all related to TigerBelly. When my cousin posted on the Instagram, like, "Hey, why aren't you working on this?" TigerBelly. He was like, he just asked George, "Why aren't you working on this?" I was like, I don't know.
That
I
was
should
negative
be.
for you?
No, it was the positive. That was the positive. I was like, I should be, and then Khalyla DM'd me immediately after, and I got out of doing
But you had
stupid YouTube videos.
Wait, that's how that happened?
Yeah. Bryce had posted on our TigerBelly page like, "Hey, at George Kimmel, why aren't you working
For TigerBelly.
for TigerBelly?" And then I read it and I said, "Yeah, why isn't George working for
I
TigerBelly?"
didn't
And then
have
I was
Khalyla-
like, "Who's George?"
And then George was like, "Can I be
And I
Gilbert's
asked
intern?"
Bobby-
I was like, I could email Bobby a million times, wouldn't get a response.
And then we met up with George. Gilbert and I met up with George, and we said, "We have no money. There is no pay. We're really just winging this."
One of us has HPV.
Well, 3 of us have HPV. And do you want to be a part of it? And he said, "Fuck yeah." And then that's where it started.
That's my greatest. Tell me. That was enough for number one. And what else?
What's your least favorite part of the year?
I am so bad at these because I never think of like negatives. I actually like, because of this podcast, I've tried to start listing things that I've never told anyone, and it's just
What about being rejected by Jessica? Did that hurt your feelings?
that was
Jesus,
pretty bad.
Khalyla.
That was
What?
pretty bad.
Good God.
Pretty bad. No, let's
Yeah.
have an honest moment. I think that he was
Yeah.
hurt.
Yeah.
And I think that it's okay. It's easy to be like, yeah, it didn't affect me, but I know George, and I know that it affected him, and I think that makes it even sweeter.
Yeah.
It makes it's very endearing that it mattered to you that much because,
Yeah.
What about you, Bobby?
Everything that I'm gonna say has to do with, show business.
Do it.
All right, the bottom one with the worst time this year was that
Amy Poehler.
the Amy Poehler
Amy
audition.
Poehler
The
audition.
audition, yeah.
I had this audition where Amy Poehler was producing, and I didn't think she was gonna be there, and I had it down, dude. I really did. I had it inside and out. I drove to Universal. I went in there, and she was there in the room. And when I saw her, I froze. Like I had this panic, right? And then all of a sudden, I was doing the audition, and I didn't know any of it. Like I had to read it. I mean, it was terrible, right? And I walked out of the audition, tears as soon as I walked out, coming down my face. And I remember I parked like a mile away because Universal is long, and I had a bottle of water, and I was hitting my head with this bottle of water, to the point where I was getting like welts on my head, and I wanted to relapse. It was so painful.
Jeez.
The best time of the year,
Booking.com?
maybe that like doing that with Jane Lynch when I was making out with her was that day felt like no, what it felt like though was the opposite of the Amy Poehler thing, where it was like kind of like, oh my God, because everyone like one of the CAA was there, all these people were there, and they were like, what do you need? And they just made me feel,
And it was good money.
like I was relevant, So maybe that was the best. But it's all bullshit show business. It's like,
It's not bullshit. It's your life.
No. You know what? The worst time was not that. God, what a fucking asshole I am. Is when my dad got sick again. Anyway.
Anyway, why didn't I remember that?
What about you, Gilb?
The worst, like Bobby career related. I'm pretty usually confident coming out of stuff, but the pilot season from this year, I had like 3 producer sessions where they're like, they like you, you're gonna make this happen. My management was telling me, and then I didn't get those 3 in a row. And usually I'm like, whatever, something will happen. But like I just remember being like, fuck, I'm 27. What the fuck is going on right now? And I was like, shit, I suck, because I don't get that many auditions. So when I do get one, I have to make it happen. Then I remember Bobby was saying like, it'll happen. Just everything has to click. Like so many things have to click for it to work that one time.
Yeah.
But it was, I was questioning myself for probably like a month or two, beginning of the year. Best thing, 2 things. CBS Diversity Showcase. I thought I was going to hate it, but it's been really great so far.
And Cindy.
And I was going to say that. And first time in I'll just say first time in a serious relationship.
Do you love her?
Jesus, can you calm down?
Do you love her?
Why? You've been together for months now.
Do you love her?
That's a fair question. Or do you haven't told her yet and we can wait? We can wait.
I do.
Yeah.
My mom's gonna yell at me.
Why?
You need to get to know her better. Does she pray? Does she pray?
Yeah.
My mom's also super white. I don't know why I said it in an accent.
Yeah.
But yeah, those things. Khalyla?
Oh God, the worst thing that has happened to me this year is finding out that my aunt has stage 4 cancer and only has less than a year. And so we're probably going to take a trip to Germany sometime soon to spend time with her.
It sucks.
Yeah, it sucks. And it's painful because that's
She's a
my
nice,
mom's sister.
lively woman. You can
Yeah, you've met her.
I met her. Yeah,
And
she's a nice lady.
She's probably the reason why I'm so vocal and open about everything is because she was always she's the aunt who always talked about her nipples. She's like, let me show you my pinkish. She calls them pinkish.
Ooh.
And she's so just like, there's a hypersexuality about her that she never was afraid to show. And she was just my most lively aunt. She is my most lively aunt. She still is. She's in the hospital right now. She always has full makeup by 7 a.m. She's very, very particular about her looks. But that's very painful because it hurts me to see my mom so hurt. That's her sister, you know. My favorite part of the year is everything that has to do with being around you guys. Even when I'm going through a lot of health problems, I think that this is a very grounding environment, and it springs me back to life. Oh, my cheeks are trembling because I feel like I'm gonna cry.
Yeah,
But-
making me nervous.
But I do love you guys. I think a lot more than either I show or more than I realize. Because you guys are like my family. Okay, I'm gonna cry. So
Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Can we get a zoom up on that face for a t-shirt?
Are you crying too, bitch?
No, I'm not at all. I'm like completely the opposite area.
Can you hurry up?
Yeah. I'm
Okay,
like,
let's go
why
to
is she
questions.
crying? Yeah, it was like one of those.
So you guys have 3 options. We have just regular questions from the fans wanted to ask. We have unhelpful advice questions. And a lot of people have a lot of MMA questions because we have not touched anything.
Why not? I feel so sad about it because I have so much to say about MMA. But we'll do MMA last.
Okay.
Because that way they can, you know.
Well, let's start with the regular fan question.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Someone asked on Twitter. Let me pull it up. Oh God, there's so much Margaret stuff now. I have to go through it.
Worst Christmas gift ever received.
From who?
You already
This
said
is on
heads.
Instagram, Rxunder. Mine was a bookmark with a magnifying lens. I was 13.
Yours, Khalyla, worst?
Worst? I go Bobby first. I can't even think of one. His was his pillow, I think.
Well, here's the worst gift I ever gave someone for Christmas.
Yeah.
So when I was dating, Sarah, I was dating this comic named Sarah Hyland.
Yeah.
And she's from Louisville, Kentucky. And her parents were in LA for Christmas. And I got her a gift. I forgot what it was, but it wasn't something that she wanted. Like I could tell it was like underwhelming. So I just thought I need to give her something else. So I have a surprise for you. And so in my closet, in a box, I had this vintage painting. Like cool. Like it was like unicorn. Like she loves unicorns and shit like that. So I fucking wrapped it. And when her parents were at my house, I was living above the Comedy Store. And I gave it to her and she opened it. And she goes, oh, I go, Merry Christmas, another gift I got for you. She goes, I gave you this last year.
Damn, man.
And her parents are there, and it wasn't funny.
What is your problem?
And everyone was like looking at me like, really, dude?
No one laughed? My family would laugh at
it
that
wasn't.
shit.
No, it wasn't funny because it was really embarrassing. Anyway,
God, that's really...
yeah,
You?
I think that
I remember
a
that.
friend of mine gave me some bogus, like an enlarged safety pin, and she was like, well, this means this and this means that, and she was getting all philosophical. I'm like, no, bitch, you just broke and you're giving me a safety pin. You're trying to add meaning, you know? That was probably the worst one because I didn't buy into what she said it meant. And I'm like, God, could you have just gotten me like a protein bar or something? A safety pin. So that was probably my worst one. Because I felt like she was fronting like it was something.
My worst one was something I asked for, but I was just trying to say it out loud so it looked like I was tough. Like everyone was into paintball at the time.
Yeah.
So I got a paintball gun, and that's all I got. And I fucking hate paintball because I'm a pussy, and I don't want to get fucking pegged by a paintball. So I never actually went paintballing. I just
So
had the
you
gun.
just asked for it because you thought it was cool, to ask
so
for
like
it?
everyone saw the picture like, I got a paintball gun too. And mine was like, see, stupid. I never used it. Stupid gift.
Next question.
This is from at Alan Alvarado on Twitter. TigerBelly, what is one thing you would change with time travel
In the past?
in your past? It could even be a personal thing, so it doesn't have to be like, stop the Holocaust, but
Just in your own life.
yeah, personal to you.
Okay.
One can be the butterfly effect, so one tiny thing. George, anything that you didn't tell us a story about Brad Pitt?
I don't know. Wouldn't have broken up with one girl. That's a boring one, though.
Why?
How about all those hand jobs you've been getting lately, George?
Dude, 37, getting hand jobs. I'm back in it, man.
To completion, too.
Wait, completion, but remember, it went in your eye.
Yeah.
That's the weird thing.
He nutted in his
Wait,
own
wait,
eye.
He nutted in his own eye.
You nutted and it squirted in your own eye?
Yeah.
It took forever because this girl was not like, she was like very tentative.
Yeah.
So then it was so built up by the time it came.
Yeah.
It was just like a rocket right in my own fucking eye. I was blinking the whole time. I was kind of happy, but I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You disgusting
Fucking
heathen.
gross.
You heathen.
I don't even ever want to hear that again.
Wait, babe. So
Yeah.
if he's already pink dick with pink eye, what does that make him? Just pink all over?
I don't know.
You got
but
pinkest eye. Pinker eye. You.
You seem like you have chunky cum.
Ooh, I know you do.
I know I have very chunky cum. It's like oatmeal.
Yeah.
It's like steel cut oatmeal.
I get both. What decides the?
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Okay.
No.
Good. I thought it was sick at one point.
No.
It came out black.
Anyway,
Clear.
honestly, that question really threw me for a loop because of the fact that I believe that wouldn't change anything about my life right now, and I believe that if I changed anything in the past, it could indirectly affect my life.
True.
Right. So
yeah.
like even the little bit of a change, especially gigantic historical events, would change my life.
Yeah. There've been
It
moments.
changes everything.
That's true.
I think some of the regrets I have are always like what I say on this podcast, because I always think that it's just the four of us, and I often forget that there are a lot of people listening. So I say some dumb shit a lot, and I'll be the first to admit that sometimes when I listen back, I cringe, and I'm like, "Woof, Khalyla, that did not come out like you intended." My other regret is not. I think I
What
mentioned
specific
this.
thing? Do you have a specific thing?
What were you thinking of? Yeah.
One of it was I talked about defending the fucking Philippine president. That makes me cringe
Right,
because
right.
it's like, ugh, Khalyla, like you just wanted to oppose, you know. Also, I think, I'm not even gonna say it because it makes me like
No, do it.
my
You have to say.
butt-
You have to say. You have to say it.
now.
my butt clench. Like when we got into that whole red band Kate Quigley thing, I wish that whole thing disappeared.
Right.
I wish that we never even like.
There's another. That's one thing.
We went on the,
What?
we didn't go high. Like we got petty. It was petty and it was stupid and yeah. And
I wish I would have gone on Joey Diaz's podcast and talk about John Caparulo.
why?
Oh, because that caused the whole storm.
Well, yeah, him and I are no longer friends, and it's weird. It may never get fixed, and I shouldn't have done that. I should have just shut my mouth. I know that he did these things in the past, but I had let it go at the time, and it's like it was just something that I shouldn't have said. Because at the end of the day, he's a very good comic, and he's not the nicest guy in the world, but still, I was kind of friends with him. We would talk to each other and stuff. I just regret that whole episode, really, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Especially him yelling at me and getting that screaming fight that we had.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like it. That's another thing is like getting into wars with comics in general, which is I'm always in the middle of them. I'm just done with that.
Yeah, that feeling is not something that
I
I
hate
ever
it.
want to feel. Even that whole thing with us talking about like Charlie and whatnot.
Yeah.
That had repercussions, and I didn't go unscathed, and he wanted to, retaliate in his own way, and I accept it, but at the same time it's unsettling, it's unsettling, and it doesn't make you feel good, it doesn't make your day go well. And
Yeah.
it's like a lot of things I've learned this year is that it doesn't always have to be said, especially when it's like personal stuff, really, really personal stuff. We don't need to say it. There are a ton of other things that we can talk about. We can share a few things about our lives like in the past, but if it's happening today, maybe we should sit on it a little longer before we, maybe let it marinate a little longer. Let the situation marinate before we talk about it, because friendships could end, people could get hurt, and it's just not a good place to be.
Yeah, that whole thing was it was terrible.
It's terrible, and I mostly feel just confused about
it's just
the
terrible.
whole
I
thing.
haven't addressed it and I've been ignoring it and avoiding it, to be honest with you, because I haven't talked to him.
Oh, I thought there was an aftermath.
No, I haven't talked to him in months.
He thought that it would make him feel better to unleash all his anger towards me. I think that he truly believes that somehow I've manipulated Bobby to go against him, and it's like the only thing I've manipulated Bobby to do is to write you checks. That's the only manipulation I've done. When Bobby was reluctant to help, the only thing I've ever said to Bobby is don't leave your friend hanging. So for the fact that he wants to troll on Instagram and say all these things about me is really unsettling, because it's like, dude, I was always on your side. I came up with it, hashtag Charlie is a good guy. I made stickers of his face. I really wanted to see what we could do with him, because he was his best friend. And it makes me really sad that all of a sudden I became enemy number one to him, when I always felt like in my heart I wanted him to be a part of our family. I wanted him to be our ally. I wanted to be his ally. And I don't know, that just makes me sad altogether. But that's another regret, I guess, is just talking about it at all.
Yeah.
At all. He didn't,
What type of gifts are okay to regift and which are not?
Bob, we learned from
have
Bobby,
you
don't do
regifted?
that.
Like pillows.
We gift that shit all day.
Regift socks, because socks are like,
Unless they're cool.
yeah, I mean, as long as they're not worn.
Yeah, I mean, they're just bullshit gifts that people give people. Like, I do it too. Like I'll just go to Starbucks and get a gift card.
A gift card, yeah.
You know what I mean, or socks. Like if you're not gonna fucking spend some money or be legitimate about it, then it's like, don't bother, bro. You know what I mean, dog? Because I ain't, like my brother fucking got me a pocket pussy. I told you that, right?
Yeah.
But he had already used it. No,
That's-
thank you.
So,
So
don't
weird. That's
no
so weird to me.
regifting sex toys. Do not regift sex toys.
He didn't wash it. He didn't.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Like go and buy a new
I think
one.
that's sweet. That's like his most prized possession, possibly.
No, because it doesn't work anymore. The reason why he gave it to me. Because it was ripped. It was ripped, and then and it's done.
Yeah.
My brother and my stepson, he gave me a pack of cigarettes and he smoked half the pack. He's
Yeah.
done that. He's
That's
done
funny.
stuff like that, and he's given me socks before. So now my brother and I just understand we do nothing.
Well, your brother, though, is very considerate with me. There isn't a birthday or a Christmas that he doesn't wrap something for me and write a card for me.
Aww.
Steve is very cute like that. He's not like you. He does care. And even if it's not, they're not expensive
Oh my God!
gifts.
Don't even get me started, woman. Don't even get me started.
I
woman.
like gestures like that. I love your brother.
I love your brother.
I love Stevie.
I like
He's one of my favorites.
so much. He's generous and open.
This is voice.
It's like, what?
Your bro's the best. I love
It's
him.
the best.
You're good too.
I'm
You're the best.
I'm the best.
You're the emperor error.
Give me another fucking question, man.
This is from TFS Feels on TigerBelly Instagram. Any plans for Bobby to do a comedy tour in Australia? Have you done one before?
Listen. Anyone listening in Australia, I want to fucking go there. Mm-hmm. I want to do it.
Shows.
Melbourne.
Sydney.
But the fucking festivals and stuff have to bring me over there.
Oh,
Somebody has to contact me and go, let's do this.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to just show up with my backpack and go to a comedy club and go, hey, can I go up? It's a different country. It's got to be, I've done it in South Africa, but it was a festival. I was there for 2 months and I did it with a bunch of guys. I know that they have festivals in Australia. Fucking just invite me. Mm-hmm. So if you're listening to Australia, you know a dude that knows a dude, right? Mm-hmm. Get that dude to call and then make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I want to go.
Yep.
Can Captain Bobo tell us some high school wrestling stories?
I think you've told a lot.
I haven't
already.
told everything though.
Okay, tell us one more.
Steroids.
Well, no, that's not it.
Oh.
Oh, but I mean, I wish you didn't say that. There was one unfortunate situation
This story.
where, and I'm just gonna say this, and this does not reflect on the Poway High School wrestling team,
Mm-hmm.
but this happened once. I ended up being in the woods with the whole team, and we all had to pick a tree and bend over, and they injected shit into our assholes. Not assholes,
Wait,
but the
what?
ass cheek.
Wait, what?
It was steroids.
Steroids, Deca. Yeah.
Is it an embellishment of a story, or is this?
Yeah,
No,
is this
that's
real?
real.
What
That's
the
real.
fuck, Poway?
And I don't think the coaching staff had anything to do with it. I think it was the heavyweight or the light, one of the
Oh,
guys
captain or
that like
something.
that did it.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember being out there going, I don't want this done, but I was forced to do it.
Oh God.
But I don't want Poway. I don't want
Yeah.
this to be another controversy. So that was in the 80s.
Yeah.
So that nobody there is there, and let's just move on.
And they won a lot of titles, so calm down.
Yeah, so calm
So
down.
calm
We're
the fuck down.
champions,
They're champions, all right?
This is a good question.
And also another thing is that like a lot of the wrestling team and the reason when I lost my virginity, it had to do with the wrestling team because there was a couple of guys that was on the wrestling
right.
team,
And you got last
formed
dibs.
Yes.
You got final dibs because you were the lowest weight class, right?
Yes.
Who's fatter, Bert Kreischer or Tom Segura?
Bert Kreischer.
Bert Kreischer's fatter.
Yeah.
Okay. Good answer. What else?
But this is both very funny.
Yeah.
This is from Jamie Dummy on TigerBelly Instagram.
Uh-huh.
What are you guys? What are y'all's favorite celebrity crushes?
Oh shit.
Khalyla?
My brother has a thing where and we still have the tape. It's at my parents' house.
Yeah.
It's a cassette. I'm not kidding you. Ask my brother the next time he's on it. If you push play, this is what you hear. I love you, Drew Barrymore. 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 And he repeats it 1,000 times. Right?
That's one of his songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah.
It's a song? Oh.
He's turned it into a song.
Yeah, but okay, the reason why it's a song is because there is a tape at home where he repeats it 1,000 times. Right?
Yeah.
So
Childhood crush is better. I can.
Who?
Who cares about my crush now? My
also
only
Gwen
crush is my
Stefani.
babe.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah. My childhood crush was Devon Sawa.
who is
I
that?
don't even know who that is.
Really?
Yeah,
You
who's
guys?
David Sawawa?
Devon Sawa. He's from Little Giants. Is that the movie? He's also from Casper.
Oh, the kid, the boy?
Yeah.
So he is Casper, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And also Michael Rosenbaum, obviously.
Yeah. Well, no, like this was child, super child crush. What about yours?
Trying to remember. The lady from Y Tu Mama Tambien.
Y tu mamá también.
Yeah. The one that was like naked all the time.
Yeah, the only lady, the main
Yeah.
one. Yeah, she was really hot. You, Bobby? Young.
Oh, Young. Probably Jodie Foster in the movie The Accused
Yes, good choice.
when she was raped on.
Oh my God.
I love it, but the reason is because she was raped, and I love that.
God
so
damn it,
much.
Bobby.
Look into my soul. I'm Bobby Lee. I like it when people
I'm
get raped.
totally kidding. I'm totally kidding. That was wrong.
Oh man.
No, that was a brutal scene.
Yeah.
But can I just say something right now? Is it wrong? And let me just say, if I had jerked off to that scene
Yeah.
when I was a kid, would that be wrong?
No, because you don't know any better. If you're 8 years old and something turns you on, you just go for it.
Let me ask you, George, is that wrong that I masturbated to a rape scene in the movie The Accused?
Yes, but depending on your age, you may have an excuse.
Yeah,
I
but
don't know, I
also
was
there is a thing as
14,
rapey
13.
porn.
Yeah.
You know, there's.
I was watching a serious movie
Took
by
your piss.
myself. We had HBO at the time at my house.
Ooh.
It was on. I didn't know what it was. And then I like Jodie Foster.
Yeah.
And then there was a pinball machine. She's on it. And I got aroused. And I did 3 strokes and I came right away. And then I felt guilty for a year.
3 strokes, that's fine then. You
Yeah.
did it as quickly as possible.
Oh yeah, get it out of the way.
Yeah.
Now, if I was 38, would that be weird?
Yeah, because you have
I
access
was,
to other
then
things.
I was 14.
Okay.
Then I was 14 in that case. 100% 14.
There's another rape scene. Just listen, right?
Okay.
That it's called Irreversible, the movie,
Oh yeah.
and there's literally a 8-minute rape scene
Wow.
8 minutes.
in a tunnel.
Yeah, it's with that French actress.
Yeah, and it's so
Who?
uncomfortable to watch.
She's so hot though. What is her name?
Marion Cotillard?
No, she's a little older than that.
I don't know her name,
Yeah.
but it is the most brutal rape scene. I hate that scene.
But I jerked off to it.
No, I didn't say that,
Okay.
and that's coming out of your mouth.
Yeah,
I
we're
don't-
gonna get
hon-
quoted for it. Like
No,
Gilbert
honestly,
gets.
honestly, ask Khalyla. I hate those kind of scenes in fucking
In
movies.
porn, even too.
I hate MO. I hate any kind of movie.
But we do act it out. We do role play.
We
right?
have role played that before. Like she was,
First-
but I'm always like some sort of camp counselor. And
Can you
it's
show me
weird.
I've never heard the camp counselor one. Can we
Yeah.
get that one?
It'd be like, so, is this your first time at this camp?
I mean, no. Last year I kind of had a thing with Joey, but we couldn't tell anybody because he was 21.
Oh yeah, you fucked Joey. All right, but you know what? I'm 60.
I mean,
How old
I
are
guess
you?
if you can keep a secret, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, it's that kind of thing.
Oh wow.
Like I'm getting aroused now right now by
Yeah.
doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I also act super stupid, but then I always end up like raping him instead.
Yeah. And then I have to go stop.
Yeah,
I'm
'cause he's
60.
like-
You're only
No,
14.
no means no. You're right. And then she like grabs my neck
Yeah.
and goes, "Fuck you."
She's like, I'm gonna get you fired.
Oh god.
I'm
yeah.
gonna
Oh yeah, she
videotape
does that.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She'll do like a little
Extortion stuff.
extortion thing.
That's
like
that can
I'm
happen.
like she did one where I was like her dad's business partner.
Yeah.
So
Right.
specific.
And then I'm gonna tell my dad.
Yeah,
it's
if you
very
don't
specific.
fuck me, I'm gonna tell. Yeah, I'm gonna
And
show the
there's-
videotape.
Yeah, but it's also like
But he's
you know,
married, so he can't fuck me anymore.
Oh, I see.
But then I'm like, if you stop fucking me, if you stop becoming my lover,
But she gets really like specific.
Yeah.
Like because you guys are doing the business with the Koch brothers and like it's
Yeah.
like really like real.
Yeah.
And
I
like
have
oh yeah
scripts in my
yeah.
head.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, next one, Bobby. Would you rather lose one of your testicles or have Khalyla vigorously finger you in the butthole?
Who's that from?
This is from the
That's-
Chosen Juan 1.
What? I mean,
Lose
no,
one
I
of
would
your
testicle?
vigorously play with my butthole because I want my testicle for life.
Yeah, so you want to get like
That's
just
ridiculous.
pounded on. Yeah.
But
Yeah, I mean-
vigorously though. Jesus.
It's like, would you watch a man being murdered on the internet or get your eyes gouged
Okay,
out?
okay, let me change
Watch
it
them.
up. Every
Okay.
day, vigorously fingered every day.
And look at her
Or
fingers
lose a
again.
testicle
Look at
once.
her
Look at my
fingers again.
fingers, my ET fingers.
Still, I want my testicle, and also, that's right. That would be a horrible life.
Yeah, he would just have to get used to getting ass fucked.
Ouch.
Okay, next.
Do you think Sage Northcutt's squeaky clean image is a ruse, or is he hiding some dark, disturbing secrets?
MMA minute.
Yeah,
I
bringing it
think-
back.
I want Mickey Gall to destroy Sage Northcutt. I think Sage Northcutt he's probably a sweet boy. I
a
don't
nice
think that
kid.
it's a ruse.
He's
But
American Psycho.
But you think so?
Oh yeah, dudes like that, dude, are like they're not. He's just a Republican, white, Christian, conservative. He really cares about his hair and his body and the right spray tan.
He doesn't bother me as much as his dad's
Oh, God.
bedazzled jeans bother me.
Affliction. genes.
Yeah.
Yeah, his father I think is a little bit more troublesome to me, but Sage seems pretty just sometimes he doesn't know. Like do you see that video of him like crushing an apple with his hand? It's called like the apple challenge. It's the most absurd thing I've ever seen, but he's so unaware. There is a sense of delusion about him. I think he's lived a very sheltered life for sure. I don't think it's a ruse though. I think that's who he is. I think the dad's a little sus though. But go Mickey Gall.
We began a lot of messages from last week. We couldn't talk about it because Margaret was here. Doo-ho Choi, the Korean
Yes.
Superboy. A lot of people want to know. What are your thoughts on like another MMA,
Well,
Asian MMA star in the making?
I brought it up last night to Joe. I really did. I go, dude, that Korean is like, I know, dude. He goes, that guy has the heart of a lion. He goes, there is no lose in his eyes. And he's going to be a very, very interesting prospect, in MMA. I think that Dana White and they really like him.
Yeah.
And although he lost, he won me over as a fan. I'm a fan for life.
I don't think anyone lost that fight. I don't think any of them. I think we won. It's one of those things where the fight was so good and so entertaining and so many points of like you thought it was going to be over, but he just stood there and fucking took all those shots.
And I have to say, what's the other guy's name?
Cub Swanson.
Cub Swanson's new look.
Very good.
Very good.
Ugh.
The hair
With the little fancy
His little
mustache.
mustache.
Silver Lake mustache.
Very
And he
handsome.
kind of looks like old-timey
Yeah.
hipster.
Yeah.
I really like it a lot. Keep that look going, dude, because that worked. And you know what? I never really liked Cub Swanson, and I became a fan.
That fight was
That fight was
fucking
so
insane.
fun to watch. It was an amazing
That
thing.
whole card was amazing. That kick by Donald Cerrone.
Yes. Cerrone is a beast. Let's say that right now, dude. He is technical. I was not a fan of his
Oh, really? You didn't
for
like him?
years, but
Why?
for the last couple of years, I've been watching him, and I'm like, no, this guy is really legitimately really good, especially when he went up in weight.
To 170.
Yeah, he's far more. He just feels stronger. You know, he's also very technical. Like his precision, his combinations are amazing.
It's a video game.
Yeah, I really, I'm a fan of his.
Then Max Holloway won the title.
Well, interim.
Interim, yeah.
It's still Jose Aldo. That was so silly. What
I mean,
they did with
Jose
that.
won interim too, but then they just bumped him up,
Yeah, he just got promoted because Connor had to vacate.
which he says he hasn't.
I mean, it's like he has to defend it though.
Yeah.
There hasn't been a title shot in however long he's been on other.
In that way, it's
weight
bullshit.
classes.
It's like, how
It
does
is
someone like
bullshit.
Jose Aldo, who's the champion for 10 fucking years, not get an immediate fucking rematch?
Yeah, so that's sort of why,
He wants to get
There
out.
was an
He wants to get
interim.
out of his contract.
Yeah.
By
He
the way.
does?
Yeah,
He wants
does.
to leave and
He
play
wants to leave
soccer,
and
yeah.
play soccer.
oh,
For Flamenco or whatever the team's called.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean he was disrespected in that way. Jose Aldo.
the most disrespected is Frankie Edgar.
Yeah, but I mean,
Why?
if you're WME, UFC now, you just need to make money. So they just
Wait,
get.
who was disrespected more than him?
Frankie.
Why?
Frankie just never got a shot at anything. It's
Well, he
like
never got a
every-
title shot.
Not at 145. Oh, yeah, he fought.
Yeah, but if
Jose.
he
No,
would've-
I know, but what I'm saying is recently, like in the age of Conor McGregor,
Sure.
you know.
Yeah, but the thing is that he's had opportunity, and in those opportunities, if you don't clinch the win that's important to you for your career, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
It's almost as if you're saying that he never got to fight any of these guys at any crucial moment. He did. He just lost.
I'm
right?
just talking about big money fights. Frankie Edgar has been around for so long that he deserved that big money fight.
Yeah.
He's paid his dues and.
But you know who disappeared is what's his name? Alvarez. Eddie Alvarez disappeared. He hasn't posted anything on
yeah.
Instagram.
He did. Did you not read
No, I
his
read
whole
that, but that
letter?
was the last one. That letter.
Heartbreaking.
That was
Really nice
very
letter.
heartbreaking.
I like Eddie
At
Alvarez.
least he got paid.
And
Yeah.
then my 2 cents on Ronda coming back is that I don't see it.
You don't see her beating
I'm
Amanda?
so excited.
She beats her easily. Amanda Nunes.
I'm excited. I don't think
Wait.
easily.
No, wait. What did you just say to me right now?
Ronda Rousey beats Amanda Nunes easily. She's a
Well,
striker.
okay,
She's a striker that's like very aggressive.
Apparently, you haven't seen Amanda Nunes in the ring then.
Yeah, I saw her one. She beat Misha. And
Right.
then she also
Do you see the
lost
other
to Kat
ones?
Zingano.
Yeah, but that was earlier
Early
on in her
the
career,
last
though.
couple of dude.
She's still but no one can take her down like Ronda.
Yeah, once Ronda takes you down, it's a little bit.
My prediction is this, and I think that Ronda has done amazing things for probably the most. She was the most influential fighter aside from Conor McGregor's
MMA.
in MMA.
Yeah.
Okay, so I understand. I'm giving her props for that, and she's very talented. I'm not saying that. Okay, but what I'm saying is that Amanda Nunes is an evolved fighter.
Yeah.
She's precise, she's technical, and she's also a beast. She has all the combinations that I think that Johanna has.
Yeah.
Right? And I really believe that Amanda Nunes is going to destroy Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
Pick her apart.
You guys should put money on it then.
I'll bet $100 on it.
I'll bet less than that.
No, if you really here's
I don't
what
have
here's what I
$100.
here's what I hate about
I'll
bets.
do 50.
This is what I hate about bets, right? If you're so confident, then you should just go, I'll bet 1,000. I know this for a fact. That's 1,000 that I'm going to get.
You should always put money on an underdog anyway.
So then you don't believe in it.
I just gotta be smart because I need to pay rent.
All right. How about this? $50.
$50.
Whoa, they're handshaking. It's
Ooh.
official. It's official.
there.
$50. And then what happens? Ronda wins, and then Holly wins 145 division. They do champ versus champ. WME's happy. Big money fight. That's what happens.
I gotta go, guys.
No problem.
Is it? You already?
Yeah. I
What
gotta
time's
go.
your spot? How long have we been doing this?
Oh, we're basically at 2 hours.
Right at 2 hours?
Yeah, but we have one more unhelpful advice question.
Do
Okay,
helpful.
yeah,
Do
let's
helpful.
do.
I'm sorry,
Well,
guys.
Unhelpful
Khalyla.
advice. Yeah.
I know.
All right. Unhelpful advice with Bobby and Khalyla. The answer to this question is probably going to fall more on Khalyla, given her background as a nurse, but I'm interested to hear Bobby's side, too, given the time you spent with her in hospitals. I've been an intensive care nurse for just under 2 years now and absolutely love my parents and their families. But I have a tendency to let patient family members walk all over me because I'm still very new to nursing and feel like I need to please everyone. How should I make it known that while I'm here to help my patient have the best chances at surviving a critical illness or trauma, as well as help the family cope, that the hospital is not a hotel and I'm more than a bellboy. So I guess
That's pretty frustrating
Right?
because a lot
Yeah.
of my friends who graduated me, who are in their second year of nursing, some of them are ICU nurses who are very, very good nurses, very bright girls. They have the exact same question. You know, I have, I even have a girlfriend of mine who, she's a white girl, a blonde girl from Orange County. She's a very, very bright girl, very astute, probably one of the smartest girls that came out of my nursing program. But because of the demographics of Long Beach Memorial, she gets hated on a lot. Kind of like what we do to you, George, where it's like the families who either, if they're like, you know, for instance, she gave me an example of, let's say, for instance, an African-American family who completely just are like, oh, like, what is that white girl? What does that little white girl know?
Oh,
You know,
I
and
see,
she's
yeah.
doing her best. It's it's an intense setting, right? It's a one-on-one, one nurse. Sometimes they have two patients, but you got tubes coming out, like everything. Every 5 minutes matters. Then when you're an intensive care nurse, it is very, very like high stress job. And I think that it's normal because she is a new nurse. You just have to grit and bear. That's part of the process. I think I don't have an answer for you other than
I have an answer.
Bobby
you're going
does.
to figure it out.
I have an answer. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
The last time we went to the hospital, Khalyla and I, right? She had to get a nurse had to come in and do some tests on her, right? She had to hook something up. They had to do something. I don't know what it is. But I was in the way, right? And she just sat there patiently, and I said to her, I go, oh, I'm so sorry. I know I'm in your way. I'll move. Because I'm her boyfriend, but they have to do a job,
Yeah.
okay? And if I'm in the way of that job, then you tell me I'm in the fucking way, all right? Because I know that you guys are professionals, and if I knew how to nurse, she wouldn't have to come to the hospital. I'd have the
Right.
equipment at home, but I'm not a professional.
So I guess you're right. It is good to stand firm and stand your ground. And if people are not respecting the space of healing, you should let them know, like, hey, this isn't conducive to me working, doing what I need to do for your family member. If you can exit while I do this, you know, it's obviously their right to be there. But if it's getting in the way of what you need to do, you have the right to verbalize that.
But when my dad was in the hospital and my brother and I came, I think it was like a year ago, and my mom was at the hospital, and we showed up during the day, and my mom goes, they didn't feed him breakfast.
Oh yeah, we were there. Yeah.
Right, remember?
Yeah.
And my brother and I just went, because the reason why they did that was because here they see an immigrant mother who barely speaks English. I mean, she speaks English, but, in front of Americans, she gets nervous, right? And so they just kind of ran over her.
Yeah.
So then I come up with Khalyla and my brother, I don't know if you know, but he's cute. But when he gets angry, he's a snapperhead.
Rage.
So we're both like going, what the, we're angry, right? And then they were like, oh no, we, sorry, there must have been like, a miscommunication, right? Just do your fucking job, too.
Yeah, but
Do your job, and I will let you do your job.
I'll tell you what, though. Yes, there are a lot of reckless nurses that are usually in the med-surg floor or like a lesser like acuity floor, but she's an ICU nurse. Intensive care, like I said, it's one-on-one. the doctor will probably show up for 5 minutes to do an assessment, but everything falls on this nurse. Every tiny bit of change, if the patient decompensates, it's on her. It's on her. All
Does
of
that
it is
mean
on
when
her shoulders.
When they're dead, then they start decomposing.
No, decompensate means like your blood pressure, something your heart rate.
Well, they should just name it something else then.
When they're not doing well.
Yeah, it sounds like decomposing.
Yeah, but her job is a very, very tough job. It's an honorable job. And if the family is getting in the way of your work, you should say it diplomatically, nicely, and say, this is what I have to do. Like, get out of my way. However nicely you can put that.
Honorable isn't even the word. It's your job is probably one of the most important jobs at the fucking hospital.
Especially at this level.
Yeah, and it's
ICU.
Yeah.
It's
praise be
like
to the nurse.
surgeries
Trust me.
and those kind of things are left to the surgeon, but everything around that, you're very important. And I've noticed that from my dad's sickness and from your sickness. And I already, I know that, she's a nurse, my girlfriend, and also
I'm not.
but you
Stop
went to
saying
school,
that.
and oh my God, this you know what just happened?
Oh my God, ADD child. What happened?
That was such a quick
You know what
snap.
just happened?
What happened?
The high fix says I'm doing a warlock on Destiny,
Oh, okay.
and I'm like, I don't play Destiny, but I just let him do it.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, your job is important, and don't let these people. All right.
Happy
We're all
holidays.
gonna hold hands, and we're gonna end in a nice little kumbaya note. My
Oh,
hands
God,
are
it's
cold
so
and clammy.
wet.
I'm sorry.
Why'd you guys got weird there?
Here,
Huh?
we're gonna end
Why'd you
this.
sing the song there?
We need you to
Because
say
at
a
the end.
prayer. You're gonna say sorry, Gilbert. You don't have to really hold my sticky hands.
Okay, hold it.
Okay, come on, say a prayer, sweetie. A wish for
I don't wanna touch
2017. Just touch George.
I'm gonna do
sweetie.
this. I'll just put your hand on the table.
Yeah.
No, put your hand on your table.
You've known
Yeah.
him for so long.
No. Put your hand on the table. I'll do this.
You've known him for so long.
Okay.
Okay, a prayer for 2017.
Dear Lord, Heavenly Father, we are here today because of you, Lord, because of your omnipotent love, charity in your heart.
I love charity.
And throughout the history of time, there have been connections, spiritual connections between man, woman, child, and our forefathers. And we have created societies, and we have created underbelly of societies, and we want to live in the society and not the underbelly. And Lord, let us come towards you in the sunset of our lives and reach a precipice of sheer knowledge and a sense of knowing within each other and creating a stone relationship based on stone ideology and
Keep going.
and spirit. It's all about the elements: fire, ice, earth,
Water.
and spit. No water, Lord.
Not spit. Did you say
Spirit.
Spit? Oh.
Heart.
No water, Lord. And what I want to say to you from the deepest portions of my own temple is that penetrate us with your love. Penetrate us with your forgiveness. Penetrate us hard with your wisdom, and let us forever ride the beam inside the hole of which is your own heart. Amen.
Amen. Bravo, guys.
Wow, that was awesome.
It's pretty good, huh?
Happy New Year, everybody.
And then you know what? And you know what's hard to believe? I made that up.
No.
Yeah.
Pre-wrote that.
I really made
no. You got off book before this.
No. I made up the whole thing, and it's
Shit.
very hard to believe.
Yeah.
Bobby, do you have a New Year's show? by
I
any
have.
chance,
Oh
or
yes,
dates?
yes. Not a New Year's show.
gotta get
Let's
rid
get George, jump over there, please.
January 13th to the 15th, Bobby is going to be at the Irvine Improv with Michael Rosenbaum and another opener I haven't decided on yet. And the weekend after that, he's going to be at Laugh Out Loud San Antonio, Texas. And the week after that, he's going to be at the Addison Improv, at the Addison Improv in Texas. For more dates, please go to bobbyleelive.com, and I will be uploading ticket links as we go. Georgie Porgy.
News around the internet on Reddit. User BendaBiz says he does not want the Clone of Willy back.
Oh, yes. I got that from Benedict, right? Yes.
He's BendaBiz on Reddit, but yeah. User Lube Thighwalker quoted my fail quickly and move on. So it only has 4 upvotes. So please help that get higher. Thank you. On YouTube, Set of Horns and a Halo said, "Hey PD, please tell the crew to keep talking about UFC." So we already did.
Yes.
Boom.
But he was complaining about not hearing the MMA Minute in a while.
We'll remember.
We'll remember. What else?
Let's
do
do some.
we need to
Let's do some
announce?
housekeeping. Just because we're not going to be. Well, first of all, are we going? Let's talk about this now. Do you want to give this whole episode at one time, or do you want to cut it up and then?
My vote still cut it up.
Okay.
Okay, cut it up. So.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, so we get 2 episodes because we don't want to miss a week, right?
Yeah.
Right. And also, guys, this is what I really,
so,
really want to
as
stress.
you found out, what you already know is this is coming out a week after the first
After-
Well,
part.
it's obvious because we're wearing the same
Same clothes.
clothing.
Yeah.
I really want to
Gwenda.
stress this to turn over the new year correctly. When we receive messages or emails from you guys telling us that we're lazy, that we need to upload the video, the camera's still on.
I know. That's what I wanted to be seen.
No. She doesn't want to be seen.
She's so beautiful.
Let's clarify the schedule of TigerBelly for the umpteenth time.
The new people that we're getting.
Right, but also the ones who just aren't getting it.
It's like the same people. I'm like,
You guys, it's Wednesday morning without fail. Maybe we might have uploaded late one time.
when it's like 2 hours late.
Right.
Calm
No,
down.
if anything,
Wednesday, you're going to
it's
get
early
the
on
audio on
Tuesday
iTunes.
evening, Tuesday night.
Even Tuesday night
Yeah,
for some
West
people,
Coast,
West
yeah.
Coast.
Yeah.
And look, the video does not come on YouTube until Friday. So when
Yeah.
we're getting emails like, you guys are fucking lazy, where is the video?
You
For the
dumb.
umpteenth time, it's Tuesday audio,
Just DM me
Friday
on Instagram to
video.
complain. You know, I'm the one that's in charge of that. So.
Right. And occasionally we put a vlog out on Tuesday mornings. That is always the schedule
When it's
that
good enough.
we've adhered to, and nothing's going to change until.
Yeah.
And if it does, we'll let you know. So I just needed to clarify that because we get some.
constantly, right?
I do get a few. And if you forget the schedule, it's on the Instagram page. I put it there. It's Tuesday or Wednesday, Friday, and that's it.
And this episode was not brought to you by Sonic's Box.
It wasn't. Oh, wait, that was the previous one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it's,
yeah,
we're
yeah.
gonna listen back to back. It's the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Anything else? Housekeeping? We want to, because we're not gonna talk to people for a while. So, while Bob, there's a couple other questions we didn't get to. For you, maybe for you guys, will you guys be selling merch soon, like hoodies, hats, shirts?
Merch is coming really soon.
Yes,
Really?
George and I just finally got the bulk of the work done yesterday. We just have to figure out the launch date, which will be probably late winter, early spring. It's a fair
Yeah.
estimate.
Yeah, we gotta wait for it to get made. Putting in the final orders real soon.
But we're working
Yeah.
with really, really nice people.
Dope.
And
Oh yeah, I'm wearing the shirt.
Oh, you are? I like
my
that
new favorite shirt.
Yeah. So we just gotta. We're finally getting there, guys, and thank you so much for being patient. And we hope when it comes out that you
Enjoy
support
it.
what we put out and you enjoy it.
And then another question on Twitter from Tony Morales. Any plans in the future to add an extra episode each week, or maybe extend the usual podcast?
If we get more people that can do this type of work, which is
lot of
editing
work.
video, a lot of it falls on George and Gilbert does the editing of the audio. George does the video. When we get to that point, yes. But as long as it's just the 4 of us, it's probably a little difficult
And
because
everyone has other projects and stuff.
right.
Too.
Like we're doing a bunch of other things outside of TigerBelly, so we don't always have the time to, do that. But we're going to try. I think that's a good goal.
Mm-hmm.
And to set that goal and just work towards it eventually and expand in that way. I think that's all I have on my end. You can follow me on Instagram and all forms of social media at CalamityK.
And you can send us packages at our P.O. Box, which is
1626 North Wilcox. Did I beat you, George?
Oh,
North
keep going.
Wilcox Avenue, number 161, Hollywood, California.
I'm forgetting
The
since
zip
I have
code.
3 of them in my name.
90028, I think.
Yeah, that's correct.
Right?
cool.
I've got 3 in my head, mine and that one and
Yeah,
this
yeah.
one.
Yeah. So I see my sister from here putting on lights on the Christmas tree.
Ooh.
I'm going to join her. It's been
Do
a
it.
pleasure spending 2016 with you guys. We hope you have a wonderful 2017. We love you. We appreciate your support. And we will see you in the new year.
Bye.
Ciao.
Bye.
Make sure you follow TigerBelly on Instagram at TigerBelly, on Twitter at the TigerBelly, and also email us any questions at thetigerbelly@gmail.com. Be on the lookout for our website. It's coming soon. Find us on All Things Comedy. If you want to listen on SoundCloud, if you want to listen on iTunes, go there. That's our main thing. Rate, subscribe, leave a comment. All good. And find us on Stitcher too. All right, bye. Happy holidays.
Cutukan kumu pakagi Cikumula kau dapat kami ulbi Buruk kaya kapak di dulu ma Syukuluk mola ye Cukutukan kumu pakagi Cikumula kau dapat kami ulbi Buruk kaya kapak di dulu ma Syukuluk mola ye
Syukuluki-muki salaman Fit ang buko gani ay makabululi Purong kaya madugdug na bipombola Syukumuki ay ito Syukuluki-muki salaman Fit ang buko gani ay makabululi